don't know you, how would you describe Alex Cole in 5 words?
Um, I'm peppy, punctual, prepared, and I don't know. I talk a lot. I don't know how to describe me in 5 words, but
Okay. So how about this one? Tell us a little something about yourself so that we know for sure.
um, I mean, I'm just kind of a girl on the internet doing her best. I'm just like everybody else. It's
Hmm.
just for some reason people like to listen to me and watch me. So that's
Oh,
me.
okay, I understand that. I do like to listen to watch you because you you have a YouTube channel that I do glance over once in a while,
Thank
and
you.
you really pour a lot into it emotionally, and I don't think half of the women in the industry could do what you do on that YouTube channel. To be honest,
You know what? I appreciate that. I think I do put a lot of my emotions and my heart into it, and it's just I can't not.
right?
So whenever I started doing this, I decided to just keep Alex as my name because I
Mhm.
didn't think that I could learn a new person's name. I just changed my last name, and and I just decided like I'm not going to be a character. I'm just going to be myself, and if people like that, then great. And if they don't, then I'll go do something else. But people have vibed with it, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, people like that. I hear a lot of people like that.
Yeah,
All right,
but I do
so
think it would be hard for a lot of people because a lot of people try to, and I get why, keep this job at arm's length because it
mhm,
can be when you put your whole heart into it, sometimes you get hurt. But if you don't open yourself up to that, then you miss out on a lot of really great people and fun experiences. So
okay, I can see you look at sex work as very much of it's fun for you, isn't it?
yeah, it's definitely like the best thing I've ever done, even though it's definitely challenging in a lot of ways. Like,
Mhm.
it's the most rewarding job, the toughest job, and the job that I can't imagine like not doing.
Right.
So it's my career. It's my thing. I've decided.
I gotcha. Um, so tell us about how you got started in the industry.
Mm. So I was working 3 jobs and I was dating this guy, and he got really mad at me one night and told me that I wasn't spending enough time with him. And I said, I have to sleep sometime. And during the argument, he said, "Why don't you just cam? If my ex can do it, you can do it." And I was like, wait a minute. There's a lot. I have many questions about that one sentence. And I had never heard of camming ever. And so I was like, let's start there. What is camming? And so he showed me like okay, so first he goes, "Oh yeah, like the live Jasmine pop-ups on Pornhub." And I was like, "Oh my god, no, that's a virus.
Right.
You're gonna ruin my computer," because he used my computer. And he was like, "No, it's not a virus. Those are real girls." And I was like, there are not real girls sitting on webcams waiting to talk to people. That's not a
Right.
real thing. And he showed me Chatterbait, which I was just mesmerized.
Mm,
It was back in 2015. Well, end of 2014 was when he
mm,
showed it to me, and 2015 is when I started. So it took 2 months from that argument to me being on a webcam, doing a live stream, doing anal in front of people with a
wow.
friend of mine that I did not know cammed, but I found out through him that she cammed. So
Right.
um, yeah, I watched Katie Cat and Jolene Brody. Those were the girls that I watched when I first started, and I would tip them and I would go through all the cam rooms, and I was just like, oh, if I could do this, that would be so amazing. Like, because I was very sexual. I had no real outlet for it.
Right.
And like we were in an open relationship, but he wasn't that great a partner.
Right.
And he was my shortest relationship ever. Um, a rebound off of like a 5 year, my very first relationship ever.
Right.
Um, so, oh, fun fact for the guys, I had my first kiss at 18, and then I dated that guy for 5 years, and I lost my virginity to him when I was 21.
What,
So,
what
so
18?
that's And then from there to porn. So it's been a
Wow.
journey. It's
Wow.
been a
So
journey.
18, your
Yeah.
first kiss, and
First
then
kiss at 18 in a hotel room. And him and I had already been talking for like 7 months before that.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's just some. That's
Yeah. Well, and then I thought we were going to get married, and so did he. And
right.
like, so he didn't live in Vegas. So, but he was here for like a college thing.
Right.
And he went home after like the 3 weeks he was here for the college thing.
Right.
And me and him had started flirting, and I'd never had a boyfriend, and I'd never had a kiss, and I'm already in college, and I'm like this guy who's like, anyway. So he came to visit, and 7 months later, and we had talked every day for 7 months, and
Mm.
I had helped him find a hotel room here, and I picked him up from the airport. I took him to his hotel room, and we made out for 3 hours,
Wow.
and like with over the clothes groping
Oh.
and stuff. And it was so cute too, because we were both sitting on the hotel bed, and he like looks at me, and we're both silent, and he's like, would it be okay if I kissed you? And like that's how it started. And then it goes into like 3 hours of like hard making out to the point my lip was bruised.
Wow.
And so when I took him to dinner to meet my family, which my family loves me, so they are like, especially back then, they were extremely attached to me. So like he met my family, my
Mm.
mom, my brother, my grandparents from my mom's side, some of my aunts and uncles that happened to be in town. Like
Wow.
it just happened to be a time of year where everybody was visiting. And so it wasn't just meet my mom, it was here's everyone. So, and he handled it like a champ, which is why we were together for 5 years. So,
right.
like, um,
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
So that's how I got into camming.
okay. And then I'm guessing after that, um, how did it come into play? Like, did an agent find you?
No, and people would ask, like, I would get recruiters in my cam room, and I was like, that's not real. Like, which apparently is my response to everything
right.
interesting that tries to come into my life is just like, that's not real. That's not a real thing. I was raised with healthy suspicion. So it's kept me alive. So what happened was my cam fans, the guys that watch me on cam, which I hate calling them fans at this point because a lot of them I've known for nearly a decade now. Because I have
Right.
people that were there for my very first show, February 1st, 2015. That like I went to the Megan Thee Stallion concert and dinner with a guy that I met in my very first cam show.
Mm.
Actually, to one of my dinners.
Oh,
So
okay.
so we met 9.5 years ago, just about. So, and
Wow.
that was our second outing also.
Oh,
Uh, so,
okay.
so I still have a lot of people from my original shows. But anyway, so the people in my cam room
Right.
knew that I was interested in porn. And
Mhm.
when you're doing camming, I suggest making social media on all the social media platforms and then tailoring it to that platform's rules. So when I started camming, I had been on Twitter for 2 weeks, building a profile and everything for sex work,
Right.
to promote my Chatterbait. And through that Twitter, you get all the other cam girls' Twitters, and then you get all the porn people's Twitters because the cam girls intermingle with the porn people. And
Right.
so then it like opens up this new social like web for you to explore. So I
Okay.
had started exploring the social web of the porn people about 6 months into camming, like
Right.
just with me and my girlfriend that I knew, and then
Mhm.
just me solo.
Mhm.
So a porn guy had reached out to me 6 months in and was like, hey, do you want to film a porn? And I filmed that with him. And so 6 months into camming, I was filming boy girl content.
Oh.
Um, and so by the time I started mainstream porn, it was 4 years later, and I had already filmed like a couple hundred videos of my own. So then I wanted to do porn, but I didn't think people would want to book me for porn. So my
Right.
cam fans were like, "You fucking do this already. Like just go do it. They will love you. We love you. Go try." And so I had a boyfriend at the time, Michael Masters, who you can look him up. He's on Pornhub.
Mhm.
And he and I were together for 3 years, 3 months. And during that time, I had started camming. I had been camming when we got together, and he also encouraged me with the guys because he was seeing what they were saying. And he was like, I know porn agents and everything. I could introduce you to people.
Right.
So he introduced me to like 5 different porn agents. And then I did phone calls with them. And I decided on Hussy Models for my first agency. I was with them for 2 years. So it was like encouragement from cam fans. And then I happened to be dating somebody who already knew the real agencies. So I didn't have to really look. So just happened.
Like, okay.
And then now I'm with OC Modeling. I've been with them for a few years. But it's been about 4 years of camming and like 5.5 years of porn. I'm not great at timeline.
It's all right. Okay, so how about this? Could you do you believe the industry has changed since your debut?
Oh yeah, I think the industry changes super fast. Usually porn people are figuring out different technological advances and shit like AI and like ChatGPT and shit. Like porn people were using that shit already before it went mainstream.
What?
Like yeah, but like not talking about it. And I wasn't because I'm not tech savvy. Right. But I was like, you go kids. Like you know, I'm Meemaw Alex over here. I'm just like, yeah, PC Bitcoin. The industry is constantly changing and growing, and I think the pandemic and OnlyFans lit a fire under the industry. I've seen people commenting about it. I think I even saw I did a little bit of snooping. I waited a few days after I got on the forum because I told the guys, well, when I jumped on there to comment, one of them was like, everybody's going to go hide all their history now. And I was like, I'll wait. It's cool. Like, this is your safe space. And they were like, no, you're welcome to go. And I was like, I'm just going to give it a few days just in case. But I did look a little bit, and I have seen people like complaining about like rates and stuff. And that's a valid thing that is happening. You're not imagining it. People's rates and stuff are going up because the industry is changing, because OnlyFans showed a lot of porn people the thing that cam people already knew, which is doing your own thing makes you way more money than just waiting for the company to hire you to do a thing that makes them way more money than they're ever going to pay you. Right. So, you know, I love companies and I'll never shit on companies, but it's just math. It's just business math that they are going to make way more money off what you're doing for them than they're willing to pay you for it. Right. So in order for it to make sense for them to pay you for it, you have to think, how much money is it really making them and how much money is it really worth? So then the way I look at it is I go shoot scenes because it's fun and I only have to worry about performing, and I get to have a really fun time and I get to meet new people and learn new things. Right. And like I get to be familiar with new like machinery, like with the VR stuff, because VR is constantly changing. Right. So I love shooting scenes. It's like a fun side job, but then like the majority of people's stability and income should be from their own production, whether that's camming, clip creating. There's also scalable income versus non-scalable income. So like, and I just for watching, I know you know what I'm talking about, but with scalable income, like non-scalable income is like when I'm on live cam, I can make pretty good money in a show, but as soon as the show is over, the money stops because that's not going to make me money when I'm not actively doing it. Right. Selling clips is you can make money while you're asleep. So that's scalable because you can increase the scale of it and it can make you more money. Whereas a live performance, it makes people interested. It gets a lot of eyeballs on you. It has a lot of benefits, but the money you make from that is never going to be stable as your bread and butter. You want your scalable income to be your stable bread and butter. And if I explained any of that wrong, I don't care. I did my best.
I understood. I got you. I understood it. I know a bunch of
not you, them.
Okay, so the biggest thing, and I think the most amazing thing about you is that since you debuted back in 2015, you what was it? You have been, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have been all natural.
Yeah.
All natural. That
Yeah.
is like, that's insane. Do you understand how? Yeah, that's awesome. That's insane.
I've been sick for a few weeks too, so I lost some fucking weight. Like my heft is gone,
Right.
but the firm is here.
We're not gonna complain. Trust me.
We're gonna feed me. We're gonna get it back in a month at a time. But
How is
yeah,
it?
I'm all natural.
How is it possible? Like, okay, let me put it this way: with the way the industry, because I've heard so many girls say, "Hey, I got this done and this done to get more scenes." Yet for you, you've stayed this way since day one. So why, like, has being all natural been more beneficial?
So it's such a multifaceted topic. So
Mm,
I feel like for me, staying natural is more beneficial because I wouldn't be happy or mentally well if I got a bunch of things done to me because I don't want them.
mm,
So doing it for the job would be stupid, honestly. Like I tell the girls all the time and the guys, because there's
all right.
procedures for both. Um, don't do anything or get anything done for this job that you don't actually want to do or get done,
Mm,
because it's not going to be good for you. It's not, because there's so many people that they'll get boobs and then they'll regret it
mm,
because they're hearing from fans like that they need boobs or something like that, but they're
mm,
great, they were fine, they like themselves the way they are, but they hear the commentary.
mm,
um or maybe an agent or somebody is telling them something. Honestly, I am in a place of genetic privilege because I have never had an agent tell me to get any work done.
wow.
Also, maybe that I'm a bitch. Like maybe, but I haven't always been. I feel like I think I'm just in a place of genetic privilege of like, I don't work out and I look like this, and this is just what I
Holy
look like.
shit!
I
Really?
have a hot mom. Like, I get it all from her. Like,
Holy shit! That is some, yeah,
so,
that's some real genetics right there.
yeah, like these are my boobs. Like,
Right.
this is me. Like, I don't exercise. I have a gym in the front room that I bought for my ex, and I have never used it. It's
Okay.
there. I'm gonna use it for scenes and stuff, but I don't know how to work it. I have to have someone here if I'm gonna fuck with it because I don't want to die and get
Right.
like trapped under it. I don't want to do that. So like that's not what my headstone will read. Died trying to exercise even though she didn't need to. Like that's not going to be it. I'm 33, so I am getting older, so like I do need to start like exercising or something. But anyway, sorry, I got way off. Um, I told you I was going to do tangents.
I know, it's fine.
But no, okay, so I've never experienced all of that, but I know people that have been told to lose weight or have been told like something about their nose or something about, honestly, the thing I hear the most is people being like, "Well, we would book you, but you have scars from surgery." Like there's just so many nitpicky little things that people might like see as a reason not to book you. But the thing is, at the end of the day, like you have to be happy with how you look. And if you're happy and confident, that will come through in your photos
Right.
way more than like getting some work done is going to help you, at least in my opinion. And that's the other thing. You can do your own thing where your fans like that you're unique and they like your nose and they like that you're a little chubbier, or they like whatever it is. There's
Right.
an audience for you if you're confident and you know what you're doing, and you study this shit, because people also expect this to be very easy. And
Mhm.
if you are just doing scenes, it can be, because all you have to do is show up, bring your wardrobe, that kind of thing. Like you can skate through this. But if you just put the work in and you learn like how to dirty talk, and you learn about different fetishes, and you learn how to pose and how to take your own photos and how to film your own content, like
Right.
you don't need to get any fucking work done, because there's plenty of people that like you exactly how you are.
That's
Um,
true.
and most of the people that, if they get it done for work, they regret it and they have to get it undone. And you can't always get it undone. and
Right.
have it go back the way you never can get it to go back the way it was.
Mhm.
And there's also like, if you're gonna get it done, because some people do want it, and them, I'm like, go for it. But if you do want it and you do want to get it done, get the expensive one. Like, please, because I've seen too many people that are like, oh, well, that doctor's $10,000, but this doctor's $6,000. And then they get it done, and it's like, that's why the other one was $10,000. Like, it's like, just, it's your body.
Right.
It's not the time to save money. Surgery is not the time to save money, or injectables or any of that shit. It's
Right.
not the time. Save money on your car, save money on your house, save money on food, like save money on something else.
Right. But if you're gonna
Anything else.
augment your body, make sure you go all out.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I am not the person to really talk to about it, because I really haven't had any of that pressure.
Right.
It's more been pressure to not get surgery, which is funny because it's like I've never talked about surgery, or the only thing I've ever talked about is my lack of a desire for surgery. Like, I don't even have my ears pierced, so I don't have any modifications. I dye my hair. That's it. But I kind of like not having anything done and being able to go, look, you can be successful and not have anything done.
Right.
But I will admit that, like, I've never felt that pressure, so I don't know what it's like to feel that pressure.
Okay. I'm not
But
gonna
for
lie,
me, I mean,
you deserve to be on like PBS or something, because the whole "I love myself" thing is really working out for you.
Thank you. No, it's honestly, it's just I had a really good mom. Like, I had a really good mom. And I just I come out into the universe and I like meet all these people, and I'm like, I'll be your mom if you need. Like, I'll take care of you.
Right.
Like, because like, I don't know. And it's not that I don't struggle with things, or have days where I don't feel pretty or whatever, but it's like, I think focusing on what your body does for you that doesn't involve what you look like is huge, because I think we all get really wrapped up in what we look like. But you know, you can, like, this isn't to I started to say you can walk, and I'm like, not everyone actually.
Right.
But like, okay, hold on, I have a gratitude thing that I read in the morning.
Go on ahead.
I also have a lot of stairs in my house, which helps.
Yeah, that would help. That would help.
Honestly, if I start feeling like I'm a little out of shape, I run up and down the stairs.
I wish I do have that. I just don't do it. But yeah.
My daily gratitude. So it's like, you woke up today, you have electricity and clean water, you can make choices for yourself, you can travel, you can move your body, you have food to eat, you have a place to call home, you have a family, you have someone who cares, you have the ability to dream, you're still breathing, you have good health, you have the ability to reason, you have clean clothes to wear, you can see the sun, you have access to the internet, you get to experience life on Earth. Like, at least a few of these apply.
Right.
So
basically, you got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I like Louis C.K. too, and he's like got a bit where he's like, "What do you mean you're bored? What do you mean? There's so much out there."
Right.
And that's how I feel about like trying to stay positive and like trying to love your body and stuff, because it's like, what do you mean? Because no matter who you are, you can like look at what you have and go, yeah, no, actually, probably I should be thankful for that. If you just take a second. But people don't take a second.
Yeah, I just learned something there. Okay, I just learned. Okay. So tell me, what do you enjoy most about shooting sex scenes?
So for just going and shooting them, or shooting them myself?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'll do both really I'll try to be fast. So going and shooting them for mainstream, the thing I enjoy the most is that all I have to think about is performing, which makes me really happy, because then I can like give my best performance and I don't have to worry about where the camera is or if people are being treated the way that I need them to be treated, or whatever. Like I don't have to do all the other minutia. I can just be Alex and I can be in the moment with my co-star. But what I like about doing it myself is being in control, being in charge of how the day is. I like setting up the scene for the day, like getting up early and setting out snacks and making sure the bathrooms are clean and like having towels ready for everybody, and like a cum basket. I have a cum basket, and it's got like lube and towels and stuff in it, and like making sure that's all ready to go.
Okay, I
Like
was
eye
thinking of
drops.
something else there for a second. Okay.
Yeah, different kind of cum basket. Yeah, eye drops for if cum gets in somebody's eyes. Like there's all kinds of shit in the cum basket. So like I like all of that when I'm shooting for myself, but it is just a lot more to think about.
Right.
So, but then I get to own the content forever. So
Oh, that's true.
it's
Okay.
a trade-off.
The trade-off.
Yeah.
Okay, so which one do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy shooting professional scenes more, or do you enjoy shooting for your own platform?
So I think I enjoy performing more when I'm shooting it for a company, usually. But I will say that since I've been hiring, I started hiring an editor and a cameraman, and now basically my performances for my stuff will be as relaxed because I won't have to worry about the things that stress me out the most.
Gotcha. Okay, with deadlines and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, so like with just making, if I'm filming it all and doing it all myself, I have to worry, is the camera in focus while I'm worrying about eating pussy, and I don't want to worry about those things at the same time.
Oh, that's what
But
you mean.
now I hire Leo and I go, okay, I can focus on eating pussy because I know Leo's got my back.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
and then when we're done with the scene, I don't have to think, oh God, I cut 5 times. This is going to be hard to edit. 5 is a very small number. I should have said
Right.
number. 5 times. This is a breeze. But now after the scene, I can just go, okay. She's gonna edit it. I don't have to worry about that. Right. Now I can worry about feeding everyone.
All right. So, all right. You enjoy playing host. I can hear that.
I do. I really do. So I think shooting for my own stuff ends up winning now that I've been hiring people. I wasn't thinking about that before.
Okay. All right. All right. So before I go into part 2, I want to ask this one question because I've only asked this one question to one other porn star before, and that was to Miss Dana Vespoli.
Okay.
And what does sex mean to you?
So I think it depends on the relationship you have with the person you're having sex with, because like it depends, because I have a lot of different kinds of sex. So like in a relationship, sex is like bonding and intimacy and connection and like a reunification and an expression of care. I feel like on set with people I haven't performed with before, sex is like an exploration. It's beautiful and like exciting. And a lot of the time, if I'm like performing with someone I've never performed with before, my hands will just be shaking like this.
Right.
And they're like, "Are you okay? Did you eat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." And then with like when I'm doing a scene with somebody that I've worked with before, like okay, like Nathan Bronson, it's like it feels the same as like meeting a friend to go play basketball. Like, because you're gonna have a good time, you're gonna get sweaty, you're gonna laugh a lot. Like, it's like, oh shit, I haven't seen you in so long. And then it's like, here, let me get that for you. So it's almost like playing basketball with a friend and then giving them a massage after. It's like, hey, let's go do this fun thing, and like, but I care about you, so let me like take care of you after we do this fun thing. Like it's so I'm like all over the place with it. Sex ultimately is what you make of it, which is kind of how I feel about life too. Like people ask me like, what's the meaning of life? And I'm like, it's whatever you decide it is, actually. And that's how I feel with sex. It's like, does this mean something to you? That's what it is. So
okay, all right, okay. That was a very good answer to that, and I'm definitely understanding why because I've heard about your dates, and I Oh my God, I understand now. I
Oh,
understand so
thanks.
well now. I understand so well now
Oh, thank
exactly what it
you.
is. I understand.
I appreciate that.
You're
Aw.
welcome. Hang on, let me just